Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Prince Macau here, and we are about to do a top 30 my favorite wrestlers Royal Rumble. Now, this includes wrestlers from a lot of generations, but a lot of them aren't old. I'm only about 23. I know my age. I'm 23, so I wasn't alive back in the 80s and the 70s. So don't feel bad if I don't have certain wrestlers on here. Or don't get mad at me at the same time. And I definitely like Brock Lesnar here. So basically, we're going to just talk about the match in the channel and some of these superstars. And there'll be even some I had to download because, they weren't on this game. But they were easy to find. Brock Lesnar, I've always liked Lesnar. I think he's a really tough guy. He's also tough in real life. I mean, he was in the UFC for quite some time, and he's just an enjoyable superstar. And of course, not only will we have 30 superstars, well, we'll have 29 superstars. I'll also have manager, but I have to tell you all, I like Bobby Lashley a lot, and I know he wasn't on this game. He hasn't been in the WWE for quite some time. I remember that one night on Raw. It was amazing. It was a night on Raw where he jumped over, I think, Big Daddy V, where he was called Viscera at the time, and then he body slammed him like he was nothing. And I think he also beat someone else real big that night as well. I forget who, but it just blew my mind. And I remember when he was facing Umaga. And by the way, whoever wins gets Papa John's. Yeah, that's right. So, anyway, you're not going to WrestleMania. You're getting Papa John's. But anyway, Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar here. We're going to have more superstars. We're going to have a bunch. And I'll explain why I like them. Let me go ahead and tell you, there's no divas in this match. So, honorable mentions to Trish Stratus and AJ Lee, my favorite divas. I got a lot of people from this generation. I'm not a PG generation guy. I don't want you all to think I am. A lot of the people that I really like came from like the early 2000s and stuff. So I'm not familiar with all the years on wrestling and stuff, and I haven't watched it for quite some time. I mainly play these games, and here comes Booker T. I love Booker T. Can you dig it, sucker? And yeah, I've always liked Booker T. I hated his character when they did King Booker. That was painful to watch. And when he had like Finley on his team, and he had a couple other guys, I forget their names, and it was like a whole kingdom. That was as lame as it gets. I just got to be honest with you. I did not like that at all. And when he was against Lashley, Bobby Lashley, I believe he was also King Booker as well. I remember there was a match between, and here comes Triple H, which I'm a big fan of him. We'll talk about him in a second. I remember there was a big match with Booker T and John Cena and Bobby Lashley. And it was like a triple threat match, like champion versus champion versus champion. And I believe Kevin Federline interfered and made John Cena lose. I forgot who won the match. Maybe Booker T. I'm not for sure on that. Maybe Bobby Lashley did, but I know Cena did. He was going to win. But if you all can tell me on the comment section who won that match. But Kevin Federline, I believe, interfered because that was really big. And here comes Paul Heyman. That was the manager I was talking about. I mean, this guy's facial expressions are just amazing. I mean, he's definitely one of my favorite managers. And some of these guys aren't likable. They're not supposed to be good characters or whatever. But, I like them as, I like I liked the Shield when they were bad, and I liked Nexus. I love the Nexus. And Booker T's in trouble here. Triple H. I've always liked Triple H, and Booker T's the first one to go. See you later, Booker. I've always liked Triple H. I've always thought he was a phenomenal wrestler, and he's so hardcore. I remember that one time that was really good is when he fought Randy Orton at Randy Orton's house. That was like absolutely hilarious. And here comes one of my favorite wrestlers, Mark Henry. My mom likes to call him, by the way, John Henry. I don't think they're related, though. Every time he comes on the TV, she goes like, John Henry was a steel driving man or something like that. He's not John Henry, okay? He's not John Henry. He's Mark Henry. But the thing I like about Mark Henry, my favorite moment with him is when he trolled Cena. I'm not a big fan of Cena. He's not going to be in this match at all. But I will tell you he's a good guy and stuff. But when Mark Henry went out in his pink suit and said he was going to retire, and then he body slammed John Cena, that must have been one of the funniest moments ever. And here comes Mankind. I've always just liked how he looks. I've never been I like Mick Foley and stuff, but that's my favorite version of Mick Foley. I like the sock puppet and stuff. But anyway, I love when and there goes Triple H. Wow, I did not expect that this early. He's pretty tough. But anyway, I loved how he faked his retirement and then body slammed Cena, and he was like, I got a lot left in the tank! And stuff like that. That was pretty awesome. I gotta admit. And I've always loved that scene. That's one of my favorite wrestling scenes ever. I was shocked. It was Mark Henry's home. He was in Texas or whatever, in his state he's from. And I thought he was going to actually retire. He even had tears. The guy was a genius. How he played us all. And I just thought that was so crazy. It was absolutely so crazy. And then, going back on Paul Heyman, I really liked on Paul Heyman how he confronted Eric Bischoff, and he said, Mr. Bischoff, did you not hear me? I said we're not afraid of a fight. And then all the members of ECW come down. Now here we go. This is probably my favorite wrestler. I know I've said Edges a lot, but Kane is definitely my favorite in the 90s. They have destroyed his character, in my opinion. Ever since he's wearing that new mask, when he started tag teaming with Daniel Bryan, they just totally destroyed that character. I really like Kane. And there goes Mankind, who I like too. Best version of Mick Foley, in my opinion. I know some people like Cactus Jack or the Love Guy. I'm not familiar a lot with Mick Foley. And so you all might have to educate me a little bit on here. Kane is amazing, though. I love the old version of Kane when he ripped that door off and confronted The Undertaker. That was just amazing. I've always liked Kane. He's very big, and he's tall, and he's like a monster, which he's supposed to be on the show. And I like when he tag teams with The Undertaker. I forget the first time I saw them tag team, but it was definitely awesome. I forget. I think it was on SmackDown the first time I actually saw it. There goes Heyman, and Heyman's just amazing. How I hate usually when people say big words that they're just saying them to look smart, but he says a lot of big words. I've noticed that. But he is a smart guy, though, no doubt. And here comes Edge, the rated R superstar. I liked Edge. I liked him. It was sad what happened to his career, where he got, where the doctors told him he can't wrestle anymore. And, at first I thought it was maybe another fake thing, but no, it wasn't. And I always like Edge. I like the Talking Edge. I think that's what it's called. I haven't watched wrestling for a while, like I said. I hated, though, when he was having a rival, when he was with Vicky Guerrero. I don't like her as a character. And I don't think I'm the only one. But, I don't like her as a bad guy either. She's kind of corny like King Booker is. She definitely makes the audience not like her. And if that's what they're setting out to do, I'm sure that's okay. Here comes The Miz, which is obviously a weird pick here. And like I said, I'm going to have people in here you all don't like that I do like. I like The Miz a lot. I remember when he cashed in his, and there goes Mark Henry. I remember when he cashed in his Money in the Bank on Randy Orton. And also that little girl that made that face, that was hilarious. But how he did that and stuff, and the fact that the way Michael Cole basically fell in love with him, I always thought that was hilarious, because Michael Cole, him and the King arguing constantly was just hilarious. And how he came out that one time, it was like the Ebenezer Scrooge and all that. And you all know I'm a big fan of the Shield. They're all going to be there. I know some of you all don't like Roman Reigns. There goes Bobby Lashley, who, by the way, is one of my favorite wrestlers when he was ECW champion and stuff. I really enjoyed that era of him. And but anyway, I know a lot of you all don't like Roman. I like all of the Shield. I like Roman when he spears people. And that is amazing. One time when he speared Sheamus, that was so great. But like I said, you can't have the Shield without Dean Ambrose. And those triple power bombs through the announce tables, on the mat, wherever they are, they're just amazing. And it's just fun to watch the show go at it. And like I said, you're not going to see a lot of older superstars because I wasn't alive back then, so therefore I can't. They're just not of my time. I respect you all when you say you like them better or whatever. But like I said, I didn't watch them when I was a kid. I didn't watch them when I was younger. I wasn't alive back then. Kane's eliminated though. But anyway, CM Punk. I'm a big fan of CM Punk. I know some of you all do not like him. He can get annoying sometimes. I like when he talked bad about the company, though. That was hilarious. And I still don't know if that was real or not. Someone tell me on the comment section if that was actually staged or not, because I kind of... And there goes Kurt Angle, which is another person that fans might not like that I like. But CM Punk, I kind of thought he destroyed the Nexus at the end. I didn't like that. But I liked him when he was like in his ECW, when he had the long hair in his ECW days. And there goes Edge. Well, you know what? I don't think he destroyed the Nexus. I just think Wade Barrett had a better Nexus. And I always liked I remember the most shocking moment for me when I was watching WWE was, and I'm sure there was more before the older times. Just understand, I wasn't alive in the 80s and stuff. And but I gotta admit, and here comes The Undertaker, which obviously is a favorite of a lot of people. But when it comes to CM Punk, like the most shocking moment for me was when Nexus debuted it. And they took down John Cena, because at that time I did not like John Cena, and they attacked CM Punk too, and he was wearing that mask. I didn't like when he did Straight Edge Society or whatever they were called. I'm not a fan of Luke Gallows at all. He's just, I don't know. I don't like that character. Kurt Angle, I had some fun moments with Kurt Angle. I like his rock that he does, but also I like the fact when he comes out, they go, "You suck!" like that. I just like that, That was a memorable day, and of course, here comes Sting. Sting, by the way, was this version of Sting was like my first wrestling action figure, so that's why it plays so much a part of what I like and stuff. And I like Sting. He's really cool looking as well. But like I said, I don't know. I've seen some of Sting and whatever, but I did not see a lot of it back in the day. I just mainly know these characters actually better than I know him. But I do like Sting a lot. I think his concept of him is really cool. Kurt Angle, I like him, but he's probably number 30 on this list, no doubt. And just I have a bunch of weird opinions, so don't feel like I'm gonna have superstars. First of all, I'm gonna have superstars that are not on here that you all are gonna just be appalled by. I mean, I'm not telling you yet, but you'll see. And Undertaker, the undefeated streak, of course, Brock Lesnar, to go back on him, I loved it when Lesnar beat him. I thought he was the one to do it, if anyone. As for Shawn Michaels, and when I believe when Shawn Michaels was the ref, and Triple H, there goes CM Punk, and Triple H was fighting the Undertaker, I believe. I remember Shawn Michaels kicked him and then tried to count as fast as he could, I think, and Undertaker still kicked out. I remember watching that with my friend on at my friend's house at WrestleMania. God, I just said all that wrong. But anyway, I don't know if Triple H was the ref or Shawn Michaels was. I believe it was Shawn Michaels, because I thought Shawn Michaels quit because the Undertaker beat him the year before. So I think I'm right about that. But anyway, definitely a fan of him. Back when Edge was terrible, when he was like dating Vicky and stuff. Oh God, and he wasn't the rated R superstar or whatever. Which I like Edge as a bad guy and stuff. Because I like the spear and everything like that. And I like his story, how he came up. If you ever seen any interviews with that's pretty interesting. He was barely getting paid, but he wanted this. This was his dream, to be a WWE superstar and stuff. So he's just a really amazing wrestler. And here comes the Boogeyman, and boy, did I like him. I like when he came after Booker T. I like when he came after JBL. I think he stuck worms down someone's mouth there, either JBL or his girlfriend. Which, by the way, JBL will not be on this list. He would probably be in my worst 30. No offense to JBL fans. I just don't like that character. And there goes a couple of them. Undertaker was one. The Boogeyman, he's so mysterious. I wanted more of him, but I never got it. What is his backstory? I never saw his backstory. Did we ever know? Did we ever find out? I haven't watched the WWE in a while, and I'm pretty sure he never returned for a while. I'm pretty sure he's not on there now. And Dean just slipped. Oh man, nice move there. And Kurt Angle's still in it. Like I said, the Boogeyman, Kurt Angle, they're created. They weren't on the game. Ambrose was. I like Dean. I like Dean, but he's probably my least favorite member of the Shield. I like Seth and Reigns, especially when they were they tag team champions at one time, or was Dean in the? I thought Dean was the United States, and they were the tag. I'm not for sure though. I'm not for sure on that one. And here comes Bret Hart. I always liked Bret Hart. He was cool. I love his theme song. It's a great theme song. Even though the best theme song, but they ruined him. They totally ruined this character. The best theme song is Drew McIntyre's. That's probably my favorite. But anyway, Bret Hart's pretty neat. I liked him. He definitely got. And I don't know. Some people told me that was real too, how he got fired and stuff. And Shawn Michaels Vince McMahon actually planned him to get fired. He screwed him out of the WWE. I thought a lot of this was staged. But some people said that was real, and this is Wade Barrett, leader of the Nexus, which I'm a fan of the Nexus, and you got to put him in. You know, I don't like Atunga that good, or the Michael Tarver guy. I forget what his name is. I like Justin Gabriel, and I like Darren Young. He was pretty cool. I think he went to the Primetime Players. And I liked, who else did I like? Heath Slater, he's fun. He's from my home state, actually, in West Virginia. But I mean, I've never been where he lives. I haven't been in that town. But that's pretty neat. It's always pretty neat. Especially, you know, and here comes Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, I had to put him in there. You know, he's just great. DX with Triple H, and just a lot of good memories there. So I had to definitely put Shawn Michaels in there. Like I said, I did love the Nexus when they were tormenting John Cena, because I didn't like John Cena back in the day. I like him as a person. I just don't like his character on the show, and he won't be on this list either. But I hope none of you all get mad of who I like. You know, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying these guys are the best. Obviously, Wade Barrett's not the top 30 in real life of the best wrestlers. That's or the Boogeyman, to be in fact. Maybe the other two in the ring. And here comes, I can't pronounce his name right. Shinzuki Nama. Oh, goodness. I haven't heard it for a while. But I'm a fan of him. I know he's a recent character, but I watched him and his match with, what was his name? With Sami Zayn, I believe. Yeah, Sami Zayn. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, it's Sami Zayn. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I was just blown away by that match. I think in a previous video I called him Baron Corbin or something. I'm sure that's another wrestler. But I was very impressed by that match. The guy definitely has an entrance. I mean, the violin's amazing. His theme song's amazing. And here comes Shelton Benjamin. Didn't expect that one, did you? Shelton ain't gonna stop the man, y'all. I love Shelton Benjamin. I always thought he was cool in wrestling. Thought he was always a cool wrestler. And also, I love like how athletic he is. Like he jumped that one time when he jumped and hit about a couple guys. That was pretty amazing. And I remember the announcers were just blown away by it. And he's probably in my 20s. He's not like in my top 10. Like I said, my favorites basically are Edge. And there goes the Boogeyman. And Bobby Lashley, who blew me. CM Punk's in there probably. I know a lot of you all don't like him. That's okay. Don't get mad at me. But I like the old version of Kane probably the best. I never thought about it when you all always ask me about who my favorite wrestler is. You know, I always think of Kane as the Kane now, which I don't like as good as the old Kane. And then I like the old Kane probably the best. I just love that. I love his design and everything on his mask. I think it's pretty hardcore and stuff. We still got a few more. Whoever wins gets Papa John's tonight. It's on me, guys. It's on me. Papa John's. How about a Papa John's belt and a Lord's pepperoni pizza? Hope you guys like pepperoni, because I'm not getting all those toppings. Like 1,000 toppings. But anyway, there goes Wade Barrett. And Shawn Michaels has been eliminated. I've been surprised. Some of these legends are just getting kicked out like that. It's weird. And here comes Seth Rollins. And like I said, I'm a big Shield fan. I watched an interview with him. I think they banned his move. And they told him not to do it anymore because it's dangerous if you do it the wrong way. Like where he drops his foot on their head or whatever. I forget what the move's called. I don't know exactly. But it does look, I mean, all the moves look dangerous. But I figure the one that'd be the most dangerous would be the Tombstone Pile Driver. You know, that looks really dangerous. Or some of the, like there's some moves that I don't know how they fake. Like the Alberto Del Rio kick in the face. Oh my goodness. You can hear the kick. So unless they're putting sound effects in the show or something, I don't see how they could do that, but I don't know exactly how they fake some of these moves. I mean, the kick looks like it definitely touches you. Or maybe he does hit him and it's not as hard as we think or whatever. Here comes Sabu. I love Sabu. He's just a great wrestler. He's fun to watch. He's so extreme. He's so extreme. And I had to get him with the yellow pants. Unless does he wear any other types of pants? I'm not for sure, but I have an action figure of him with yellow pants. So, definitely like Sabu. Definitely a fan. There goes Shinzuki Nakamura, I think. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry, I just can't pronounce certain names at all. I can barely say English words. I mean, that's crazy enough. And Seth Rollins is still in. Like I said, I like Seth Rollins a lot. They all definitely have attitude in the Shield. I wish the Shield would come back. And here comes Roman. Roman Reigns, I know some of you all don't like him. I think it's how they're doing the character, because the guy's definitely hardcore. He's definitely hardcore. I remember that one time when Sheamus was fighting against the Shield or something, and he speared Sheamus through the barricade. And I was like, oh my goodness! And a lot of people, I think I was watching the top 10 spears with Roman Reigns, and I don't even know if that made the list. I'm like, what in the world? That was probably the best spear I've ever seen. I mean, he literally just took Sheamus to hell. I mean, like, it was insane in the membrane. And it was just great. I like his spears, though. I'm a big fan of his spears. And here comes The Rock, also I believe he's cousins with Roman Reigns. I like The Rock back in the old days. Notice I used the older Rock, not like the older age Rock, but the Rock back in his prime. That was my favorite. Like I said, I like The Rock, but sometimes I get too much of him. I feel like, honestly, I just feel like I don't like him as good in movies as I like him as a wrestler. I don't like him as an action star all the time. Like, I like Fast and Furious. He's good in those. I just don't like him in all these other movies. Like, I didn't like Snitch. I wasn't a fan of that, and I heard Baywatch wasn't that good. I like the Gridiron Gang. That was a good movie. What else? There was a movie I could not stand in that. Snitch I didn't like Snitch hardly at all. I can't think of it right now. I'm sure I'll think of it. I need to look up his IMDb page and we'll see what it is. I don't want to take my eyes too much off of this. I gotta put Dwayne Johnson. I forgot. That's his new name. Well, I mean, there goes Sabu. Yeah, I definitely didn't like him in G.I. Joe. I'm looking at his movies right now. I haven't watched Ballers. That's his new show. Hercules, that might have been it. Pain and Gain, I heard that one's terrible. Yeah, but I love Faster. The other guys wasn't that good. Tooth Fairy, Get Smart was pretty bad. I don't know how long he was in that. I didn't like the game plan either. There comes Batista, by the way. And I believe Randy Orton's in the ring now. I'm a big fan of Randy Orton. Randy Orton's in top 10. Definitely. Well, I'm not in his old days. I mean, when he became the Viper. I mean, in those memes, he's definitely in my top 10. those memes where, I mean, like those videos where he's RKOing people that fall. That's like the funniest stuff I've ever seen in my life. And look at Bret Hart. He's been in there forever. Randy Orton just got eliminated. Wow. And I like Batista a lot. Back in his SmackDown World Championship days, when he tags with Rey Mysterio, by the way, who just came in. Big fan of him. I like how he moves fast in the ring. 619, all those crazy moves. I remember I used to show them to my mom. Every time he fought, I had to show him. Here comes Rey Mysterio. Look at Rey Mysterio. And he blew my mom's mind. I mean, that guy was just crazy. The moves that he did, that he did was just unbelievable for not only his size, but just as a human being. I mean, 619, I still don't know how he swings in between those ropes. When he does the swing, that is unbelievable. I just find that to be very hard. I guess he's short, though. He's a smaller guy. But still, I don't know how you fit in between those ropes. Maybe the ropes are larger than they look on the television. I don't know. And, oh, that's Batista. Who's the other guy? What the heck? Oh, that's Shelton Benjamin. Okay, Batista's in it now. Sorry. That was Batista from here. It looked like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sure someone's going to comment and say, oh, you should have known, and stuff like that. You know, I'm not perfect. Okay? I'm not perfect. And Batista's in the ring now. Yeah, that's Shelton Benjamin. I don't know what in the world my mind was doing there. I'm just seeing things wrong today. And here comes Andre the Giant. I know he's an older wrestler. I've seen videos of him. My dad's favorite wrestler. My dad doesn't like wrestling at all. But he does love Andre the Giant because he would like how he would throw men out, and there's no way you could pick him up, Bret Hart. I don't know. Maybe you could. And The Rock has been eliminated, which I think he'll be in there longer. I know a lot of you all are going to expect Steve Austin, but like I said, there's some people in here that I like Steve Austin. He's just not one of my favorites. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are going to get up in arms about that one, but it's just my opinion. You know, it's just my opinion. I love Andre. Andre's so big. I don't know how you're going to get him out of this match. Look at Batista. Oh my goodness. Look at the power. Man. And here comes RVD, Rob Van Dam. Big fan of him. I like the rolly thing he does, and I like where he does his times like Rob Van Dam. I like that. You know, he's not one of my. He's probably in the 20s as well. I like Batista a lot. I like also RVD. Bret Hart's not eliminated still. I mean, this guy's been going in this match. He's been doing great. I know usually we do creative characters, but I wanted to change it up a little bit. I get bored with them sometimes. Like, I've done like everything. Like, I need new ideas. Look at RVD. Oh man. Rob Van Dam! Can he win the Papa John's pizza? Will he win the Papa John's pizza? I mean, Bret Hart's been going. He has been going here. Oh man, a kick to the skull. I'm tired. I've been doing videos like crazy for you all. But I want to do that. I want to grow. I'm having trouble with growing. I don't know why. It's like one day I grow and then one day I lose. Oh my goodness! No way! No way! There is no way on God's green earth that happened. No way. Punched Andre out like he was Hornswoggle or something. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. And look at Batista here. Uh-oh, Bret Hart. He's been in here for a while. But I think he's done. Yeah, I think he's done. Look here. Yeah. Yeah, we're down to the final two. It's Rob Van Dam versus Batista. Only one of these men will get Papa John's tonight. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Look at RVD. He's the freshest. Look here. Bam. I love his moves. They're crazy. He looks like a guy, no, RVD does. Looks like a guy I've seen in my town. I just think that's so funny. The ponytail thing and kind of the face. Oh man, what a move there. I love his high flying moves. Oh man, missed there. Here we go. Batista, I mean, he eliminated Andre. How in the world do you eliminate Andre just like that? That was rigged. Andre apparently doesn't want his pizza. And look here, oh my goodness. Batista's just killing it. He's been in there a while, I thought. At least a few men. RVD though. Here we go. I mean, this guy's humongous. Batista's humongous. I remember I was watching wrestling with somebody, and they accused him of using steroids. That's how big the dude is. They were like, he's definitely on roids or something. They say roids. Like, say stare. You know, you just don't say roids. It's not called roids. I mean, and Batista will get Papa John's tonight. All right. So Batista, you're not going to WrestleMania. You're getting Papa John's. Get it through your stall. WrestleMania, this is not the Rumble for the WrestleMania. That's where I have the title set. He's not going to point at the sign because you know why? I bribed him with a Papa John's title. Enjoy your pizza tonight, Batista. It's a Papa John's pizza in a belt. How about that? That's cool.